EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First and 10, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards. But how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining, fantastic season. Over 1,000 on the ground, over 100 catches in the air. This guy can flat out do it all. And if they weren't worried about injury, he'd return punts and kickoffs as well. He's a dynamic player.
And those 107 catches, an NFL record for a running back. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And his kick is good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because, remember, this is a rematch game, just like in the NFC, where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah, and remember we said they met in the regular season. It was 43-40, the win for the Patriots in Foxborough. But Kansas City walked out of there vowing revenge.
And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now Newton on first down. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Newton over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets it down to the 32. Now, good pickup. They get 8, but it's third down now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the...
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Go!
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain at 21 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Ryan on second down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Goes underneath for Bell. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back at the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams, against Michael Thomas, receiver of the Saints. In the last game, Michael Thomas really got over on him, over 200 yards receiving. And the Saints said that was the game plan to attack Marcus Peters. He vowed it would be different if they met again. Here's his opportunity this Sunday.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
20. Right.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan caught on the right side by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steel City, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right, and to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there? So they bookended their... I still thought they were going to win the AFC North. Turned out Baltimore nosed them out. They've got to do some retooling in the offseason.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bruce Carter with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, wait. Gun.
To throw on second down, Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the shotgun, Ryan going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Throwing again, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Gets around him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Kings. Set. Black 80. Kings. AB. Double bump.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
66.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down they go. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Rivers. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. First down, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And he stopped immediately there. Brooks Reed with a tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
11.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And his first look is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, Ryan. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And it's this is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go. Hey, wait.
On third down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Chargers offense returns to the field, and earlier, Charles, you and I were talking about Phillip Rivers and his season and his age and all of that. But if you look at the Chargers season, yes, they fell short against the Patriots, but they had a pretty good year.
To put it mildly, I mean, can you imagine finishing 12-4? And not only did they not win their division championship, they ended up being seeded number 5 in the playoffs and had to go on the road twice. Won at Baltimore, lost in New England. 12-4 usually gets you at least one home field game. Didn't even happen, yet they were meant.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they will set up shop at their own. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons. 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
A second down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Prescott being chased out left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
46.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schultz. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Prescott now forced out to his left. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's a keeper with Prescott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Ryan throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, 51 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. Oh, look at that. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5. Ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Dancing to his left. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. For the Falcons, Charles, we talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker Deion Jones for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 48 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 9-yard touchdown run. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now here come the Cowboys. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd down, Prescott steps away to his left. Looking deep for Elliott. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and long for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. They'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Gun. Go.
On second down, Freeman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. On second down, here's Ryan. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Get up!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tuesday. Stay south. Go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brooks It's Reed, able to drop him for a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Prescott from the gun on third. Flush to his right. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Throwing, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Gun.
To throw is Prescott. Being chased out left. And this one caught by Beasley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, look at the juke. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. On the sneak, it's Prescott. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it's a 2nd down. Throwing now is Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Ryan to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Jones has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to